Alright, we are here. It is day 10 of this bronze to platinum experiment. I need to turn my volume down. Okay. Let's review where we're at. We have gone, so far we've gone 32 and 11. We're almost halfway through bronze 1. Recently we haven't won as many games. I just counted before I started, and I think we've won 12 out of the last 20. So what is that? Is that like 60%, I think? It's not, it's okay, but I mean, I prefer to be a little bit higher. So we're going to continue to try to stay on comfort picks, play solid, not do goofy builds and underestimate our opponents, because it's pretty clear that whatever mechanical advantage I have over players in this rank, it's very slim. Like, it's on the margins. That's how, like, the way I'm better is, like, I'll just win 1 or 2 more trades per game, maybe. Like, that's all I have. So I have to, stay solid. And I have to maybe concentrate a little more on macro. I haven't really been doing that. Been carrying, I think, mostly with fighting. We'll probably have to pull out some more wave clear, more camp clear, and do those things efficiently. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get started. Go ahead and queue up. I need to take some time and open some loot boxes, but honestly, there's so many things in the way. I want to get this all on YouTube, but right now I only have day 1 up. I have day 2 uploaded to YouTube, but I haven't published it. It's mostly because day 2 and day 3, there was a lot of audio problems, like either too quiet or too loud. So I actually pulled them down, like I downloaded them myself and was editing them, trying to like run them through a compressor or something in Premiere Pro and get that stuff to even out, especially the day 3. That's really bad because it was just way too loud. But yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of that. Once I get those done, the rest I can just like export directly from Twitch to YouTube and not have to mess with it. All I have to do is like break it up, like create the stream highlights as they call them. So that shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, I need to review them. There may be more audio problems here and there, but I doubt it. Oh, and I know there was one game yesterday that I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I recorded the entire game, I guess, with the be right back scene, this one. So it's just, the whole game is like this. Which is not, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. But I don't know, I might go back and like watch the replay and comment on it or something, to put that on YouTube instead. I guess that'd be okay. Either that, or it's just gonna be missing. There'll just be a game missing, and that's okay too, I guess. Okay. Bronze 1, okay. It's kind of game. Just making sure it wasn't a rainbow. I just looked it up, and so far in this patch, the samples are pretty small, but Cassia is actually underwater. Cassia is actually a 49% rate. I'm actually, if they want to ban it though, I'm not gonna stop them.
Bring the mega death.
ETC.
The wait is over.
I go Q build here. If this guy goes block party. Otherwise, I'll probably stick with auto attack build. Let's see the rest of the draft before I decide that. But
vanquish the weak. Ready for adventure.
okay, I think ETC is kind of OP.
It is time.
I think he was OP before, and then they buffed him. Granted, they mostly buffed talents that people weren't really picking. There's some talents they buffed that were like nobody was picking, but still, it just makes it more versatile. It just makes it even easier to pick with the first selection because you can also play him in the off lane. Yeah, I mean you could before, but it's even easier now. Like that build, I haven't tried it myself, but it's probably a pretty good off lane build. It's like a auto attack regen build. Yeah. So I wasn't real happy about it's not that ETC is overpowered. Certainly in the higher ranks, he's not. I mean, nobody thinks that really. They think he's good, but I think he's just too easy for how good he is. I kind of think the same thing about like Raynor. Like I almost think people who play those heroes are like who play those heroes a lot. They can be like boosted in a way.
For battle.
And I know that's a little bit ironic saying that as someone who's been playing like a ton of Cassia, but honestly, I mean, I didn't rank up that much just from playing Cassia. It was like at most 2 leagues on a couple of like 2 ranks on a couple of different accounts. One of them I even fell while playing it. Should have shown something once TAS was banned. I could have tanked. Diablo's really strong, really good into Tracer. Let's think about this. Could even go E-build. There's just like a lot of like lockdown, burst damage. I could just behave as a finisher, but actually that probably doesn't make sense. There's like enough of that, I would say. My job should probably be to put pressure on their health bars. So we'll see what this ETC picks, and then we'll either go poke Q build or charge strikes. The hardest part about going Q build with Cassia is that it changes the it's like a different attack speed than the charge strikes, which I play more often. And I actually like miss auto attacks because I start stutter stepping at the wrong speed. And sometimes there's times when I stop and she doesn't have an auto attack ready, and then I resume movement, and it's just like I missed a whole auto attack there. And by that I mean because you add up the time between the essentially two like movement parts of stutter stepping with no auto attack in between. And the time that you spend doing that is much longer than her actual auto attack cooldown.
The battle will begin soon. Prepare yourself.
Do you have the valor necessary to purge this realm
See
of
this
evil?
talent. I will just hold my first
Who
pick
permitted you to speak?
until he picks. I'll hold it till level 4. Nah, probably not. At that point, I would probably just go Q build.
10 seconds.
It's prog rock. So all they really have is the blind,
3,
which I'm not that worried about.
1.
Kind of wanted to go Q
Do
build,
not disappoint
but we'll
me.
do this.
Yes, a clever tactic.
Oh, I am not at all warmed up, and I can feel it.
No
YOLO.
harm shall come to this world.
Potions. Oh yeah, Kel'Thuzad. That can be a rough hero to play into. Oh, no slide. Oh. Yeah. Always be auto attacking this tracer. Missed.
First blood.
I will admit that was nearly
What, we had Jaina solo lane? Guess that's not terrible. Well, maybe I should have gone E-build. Oh, I could have got her. There we go. I called that one. I called bank shot on that one.
I am the queen of the air.
Oops. It was actually not where I was trying to go. What?
Those who prepare.
Imperius was between us. How did that happen?
By your hand.
CTC. I've actually heard that the single target DPS on that untalented is not as good as for auto attacks and Qs, so maybe I should stop doing that. Yeah, they can definitely
Pick a talent.
auto attack. Heal! Where is oh yeah, he died.
As the oracles have foreseen.
Payload deployment is about to begin.
So many.
Well,
I
here.
feel like I've played against Kel'Thuzad so much. Bro, what? Okay. Well, now we're missing Soak.
Escort the payload.
I mean, I agree.
Ah, but then I'm not.
You can't really miss. Really, just don't want to miss any minions. And I think we're missing them in the bottom lane too. My guy's at the objective. Why? No mana.
Brilliant.
Gotta get that. I think he had a charge, right? Gotta get up closer.
Yes, agreed.
Hello, Zool. Maybe blind with Zool, I think. Where's shit.
Honorable kill.
Never duel an Amazon.
What? That was on him. This thing is still alive.
Payload firing.
Oh, she walked it in. I was like, where's she
Yes,
going? I didn't
agreed.
notice that it got away from us. How did it get away from them?
Select a talent.
That is just amazing. I've never seen that happen.
Retreat.
I didn't even notice it. Hey, get that. I usually go Surge, but with the nerf, I'm starting to like this more. Anytime you can take Ring of the Leech in the auto, I mean, just in the auto attack build. What? This guy's dead as hell. Why was he walking away from me?
You have been bested. I shall purge this land of the shadow.
They're rotating down. They're rotating down. I don't know how I just missed the E there, but I did. Okay, we're getting rotated on. No? Yeah, we are.
As the oracles have foreseen. Get down that hero.
I really was just trying to close on the Tracer. Yeah. By the way, take quick person.
We will survive.
See, you have some skill.
Take a Prog Rock against.
Even these old
Cassia.
eyes can see your skill.
Not Prog Rock. Block Party. Really? You should just take Block Party all the time. Like, unless it's oops. Unless there's just like no auto attack.
Payload redeployment in
Block Party's just kind of insane.
An inevitable
We should stay together with the 10 advantage, not worry about soak so much. That didn't work. What do I want? I think I want Valkyrie. Kel'Thuzad? What? Where did he? Yeah, he got the thing on. I like to pick Valkyrie against basically anything that stands still a lot. So certainly self roots. Man, that wall charge was not good. Because it didn't end up in a charge.
Obliterated.
Okay, now I'll go soak. They should have this. There's like
payload firing.
4 or 5 XP, just 4 or 5
March
bubbles.
forward.
Oh, that was terrible. I used to be really good at that, like always lining those up.
Crumble.
Oh, that's what we're doing. They should not be able to step in here. And they did just get their 10s.
Atrocities end here.
Ooh. We should back. We should back. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just wrong as hell. I'm gonna Valkyrie that.
Triple kill.
That was another reason to take Valkyrie that I really didn't even consider. I'm glad I took it anyway. Those XPs. Get fucking wrecked.
For my might.
Select attack. One step closer to victory.
Oh, I should have taken gloves. I don't think that made much sense. I mean, I love the move speed. That's why I just picked it out of habit. Ooh, rubies! Look at all these rubies. Oh my god, how did I put that much damage on him? Was he blinded?
Untouchable.
Need all those XPs. I will snatch you.
For my might.
I really just catch a tracer?
Worthy strike.
I mean, that was just guesswork. Never did so. Bye!
More mana.
I'm not even hitting that one.
Redeployed shortly.
Jaina! I don't know about all that. There's mana retention
Hold the line.
on this. What was it? This one? But it doesn't feel that good. So just
March forward.
from auto-attacking heroes, which I wasn't getting that many off. Another reason I started taking gloves, because you just get a lot more auto-attacks
Escort the
off.
payload.
Especially against something like an ETC, which zones you out so hard.
To the high heavens.
Not quite. Okay, we're looking for that mosh. It feels like it's been... Well, no, I'm gonna Valkyrie that.
Them before me.
Somebody else interrupted him. It's only 10 seconds though. He's dead though. Focus him down. That build is really strong when you just sit there and let...
End draws close.
Oh, all that XP! That's so much. Oh yeah, we need to move that thing. Oh, we could push the keep. That's okay too. Oh, I didn't need to blind there. I've almost been tempted to try Power Strike. I don't... It's because it gives you like free blind. So in this build, when I pick Seraph's him, I don't know, it might be good. Yeah, we should back. ETC's up. He also has Mosh.
Make haste.
Like, because I'm pretty sure when his Mosh got interrupted, I'm pretty sure it went on a 10-second cooldown, not the full.
I am the Queen's spear.
Whoa, I almost Valkyried in a totally unnecessary way. Where did she... Ah, I messed that up. I let her come to a stop.
Yes.
Hero of the storm.
Aha, you did that right. Oh,
Spear
I was hoping he'd step in one more time. Should have done it at first. I was just more worried about dodging.
Land of the shadow.
Just how awful they are. Not really.
Payload firing.
I mean, only to the extent that if you think bronze players are awful, then yeah, sure.
That keeper was destined to fall.
We don't need to be greedy. Let's just back off. Well, we do have a talent tier. I don't know. I get so indecisive. That's like probably my biggest weakness. But 10 seconds to Valkyrie. But this dude has not used Mosh Pit in forever, it seems like. It's gonna be a Mosh right here. Blinded, bruh. Oh, he died.
Perhaps you are not entirely a bird.
This is where Grounding Rod would be good. I know.
I will admit, that was merely impressive.
I see you have.
All in all, I think Surge of Light is probably better than these other two level 7s.
I
Look
expected
at me. Does he have like high
nothing
stats or something?
MVP.
It was a pretty good deal. It seemed like it. Yeah, sure. But yeah, I think Surge Light's probably better than this and Grounding Rod still. But I just think it's a lot closer now. I know what the win rates say, but this talent and Grounding Rod before had such low pick rates that it was hard to draw conclusions from them, because it's like, are people just picking those either A, because they're bad Cassia players, like don't know the hero, or B, because their draft or something in the game is really busted and they're kind of like doing a desperation play to try to fix it. Like when you have talent, like it's almost unintuitive, because you would think low pick rates, that low pick rates should equal to a higher win rate. But I think in this case, just the nature of Surge of Light, it's just so, it's never not good. Like, it's so applicable in every situation. Like, you're never gonna not need that, except for, I don't know, if you face like a team that's like all long range poke or something, you might like, you're like, oh, I can't really close the gap on this team. Like, then maybe you don't pick it. But even then, I'm like, she has tools. She has War Traveler. She has Valkyrie. She has ways to close the gap on people, and her E, and especially with Impale, if you want to go that route. So you can always get in range of somebody. Like, it's there's never a situation where boatloads of damage, like instantaneous AoE burst on a character like this, where that's kind of the thing she lacks. Like, that's always going to be good. So it's so applicable all the time that when you do see these other talents picked, it's almost like there was a problem, or that player was trolling, like intentionally throwing. I mean, it happens sometimes, because there was almost no reason to pick these. Like, because in some scenarios they could be really good, but it's just not as reliable. Like, you don't know if you're gonna get off all like extra blinds. You know, you can miss those. You don't. The Grounding Rod is like 20% slow is okay, but will it really make the difference? You don't always know, and sometimes, you know, it's better to just rely on the gap closers I just talked about, and the move speed and all that stuff. So that's how I feel about it. I think these talents are stronger than they looked on paper, both Seraph's Hymn and Grounding Rod. But we'll see. Ruby every time. They really need to buff those other two talents. I don't think this is overpowered, but it's too strong. Like, it's so strong that nobody picks anything else. Which, I don't know. If this is not overpowered and that's the case, I guess that means I think the other two are just underwhelming, which they are. I think this is a popular bronze pick, whereas I'm not saying you don't see this at higher ranks, you do, but I think that, what is it, like Fortitude of the Faithful or something? Or is that his trait? I don't know, whatever. Ancient Blessings, maybe? It's the one where you press the button, the trait button, and everybody gets like auto attack cleaves or something, and extra damage. It's really good. But I see why people pick this, because this is like, well, I can just walk over here and ancestral myself. That's pretty good too. It's actually better than ancestral, because at least once you walk over it, it's instant. I don't know, Imperious. I've seen this occasionally. I've seen people talking about this, like they're not taking Ice Lance, or taking Ice Flows. I don't know about this big blizzard thing, or this. Oh no, yeah, that's the one. That one's, a lot of people consider that must pick. Cooldown reduction on E. I mean, that means that's almost like playing the way like you play Orphea with her trait build. Like, you're just getting the CDR on your shortest range ability that hits the hardest, and you're gonna kind of try to spam that. Which, okay, but you don't have mobility tools like Orphea does, like, and the self healing. Maybe she has some of that in her kit, but not much. She doesn't even take the armor. So I don't know about this. That seems weird. Ooh, W build. And I thought when you do this build, you're supposed to take the flame breath, because I thought the point was to like at some point, yeah, here, get all the 30% spell power, and then use this. Not this. Use flame breath and just like basically roast everybody alive. I thought that's how it worked. I don't know. Maybe he thought he needed to stun. No cleanse. It's bad, especially against Diablo. Actually, against all this. I don't understand this. Not only are you facing one of the better auto attackers in the game, but the threat for the rest of the team is just the lockdown and burst. Now, Prog Rock heals over time. Like, that's what it does. It increases the heal over time of guitar solo. Or it adds and it also adds a heal over time for your team. But what you're facing there is burst, and like heal over times versus burst is not as valuable as armor versus burst. That's how I feel about it. Like, because their armor, like, and that's what a block party gives, is charges of armor basically. Like, that applies instantly. You know, the damage is deducted on the front end. So I don't agree with this. I almost never agree with Prog Rock. I don't understand why it's more popular. I don't think there's that many teams who are running like no auto attack damage. I understand that people in solo queue are maybe like, well, I don't have to rely as much on my healer for healing. But that's not really a good way to play, because then, like, what if you have a good healer? Now you're just wasting this. I don't know. And it's not like you see it only with weak healers. It's not like you only see it with, like, Lily has kind of low output, especially when you don't, you know, when this is not up, and or like Iron Fist Karazim or, you know, Rhaegar or something like that. Like, you don't see people only picking it there. They pick it all the time. They'll pick it with Decker. Pick it, you know, Stukov. And I just don't think that makes much sense. Anyway, enough talent analysis.